Yes, boys and girls, how is everybody today?
Good!
It's good to see you all here this morning.
Humu, humu, nuku, nuku, kids.
Humu, humu, nuku, nuku? What? Is that some kind of Hawaiian greeting?
It is Hawaiian, but it's not a greeting. It's a my species. Don't you remember? I'm a humu, humu, nuku, nuku, akua'a, a painted triggerfish.
But if it's not really a greeting, then why did you say it when we were all saying hello?
I just like to talk about myself, I guess. Don't you?
Well, not right from the start.
Well, it's just that it's a subject that I know so well that I feel comfortable talking about. Me. Let's see. Did you know that humu humus are one of the few animal species whose name is actually longer than the animal it identifies? Think about it. Bears are way bigger than the word bear. Even slugs are bigger than their word.
Slugs? Did someone just mention my favorite taco filling?
Anyway, as I was saying, I could talk about humu humu nuku nuku akua'as all day. Now, if the conversation turns to sea monkeys, or pesticide use in Guatemala, or the conjugation of irregular Spanish verbs, I might not have much to say. But I'm always happy to talk about me. I'm just shy that way, I guess.
I'm not really sure the word is shy.
More like an ego oversupply.
Huh?
Maybe we should just get on with it.
Well, that reminds me
Of what?
of me. Like I said,
Getting on with it reminds you of you?
everything reminds me of me, actually. I think it's because where we come from, humu humus are used to being the center of attention. After all, we are one of the prettiest fish on the reef. Everybody wants to be around us. We're so popular that we've actually had to develop a way to separate our friends from our not friends. We call it the taxonomy of correctedness.
That's taxonomy of
I mean,
connectedness.
connectedness.
Let's see.
Taxonomy of connectedness.
I've heard of that, but it sounds complicated.
Well, it's pretty simple, actually. It goes like this. Humu humus love our family. We like our friends. We tolerate our acquaintances. And we're irritated by most strangers. Oh, and we can't stand anything with prickles, poison, or projecting teeth. The 3 Ps, you know, like pufferfish, stingrays, moray eels, anemones, jellyfish, scorpionfish, sea urchins, etc.
That's a lot on the can't stand
Well,
list.
that's only the first tier. There's 22 more tiers, all the way down to stinging seaweed.
Wow, that doesn't sound very Christian. In fact, today's whole Bible story is actually about the fact that Jesus wants us to love our enemies, not taxonomize them.
Love our anemones? But we don't even notice them. And there's a good reason for it, and I have personal experience to prove it. One time, when I was a youngster, a mere minnow, I was wondering why we had such a long list of creatures to avoid. The foolishness of youth. Anyway, I knew that anemones were on the avoid list, but I saw this whole field like us, that might even want to hurt us?
He does. Now, listen. All right. In teaching the crowds one day, Jesus said, "Love your enemies. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who do good to you, well, what credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. But love your enemies and do good, expecting nothing in return, and your reward will be great, and you will be the sons of the Most High, for He is kind to the ungrateful and the shellfish."
It says selfish.
Well, that would mean tossing out our entire taxonomy of connectedness. How would we keep order in our sea world?
You wouldn't. It wouldn't be your imposed order because it's not about you. It would be God's order, God's harmony, God's kingdom, organized by love, where you keep loving others, everyone, even those who seem most unlovable, like kids, like the meanest kid on the playground, or the kid in your class who hits other kids, even anemones. You love them, even when it's hard, because of course it's hard. But you keep doing it because love is what we do. It's where God is.
You're right, I guess. I'll try again to love my anemones, to keep trying. Maybe I could organize a potluck or invite them to watch the Super Bowl with me. Hey, we could do the wave. And maybe most importantly, we could pray. As we all can. Pray together right now. Lord Jesus, thank you for calling us to love one another and helping teach us how and encouraging us to keep trying, because that is what connects us in this world where we all need each other. Help us be your hands even when the hands waving at us are trying to push us away, because everyone needs your love. Amen.
And now, is this a great day for loving everyone or what?
Good filming, Hannah.